Right now, you're probably sitting somewhere completely safe, warm, fed, maybe scrolling with one hand, half paying attention, with nothing nearby that could kill you in the next 10 seconds. You haven't thought once today about being eaten. But rewind 100,000 years and step into tall grass at dusk with your ancestors. The light is fading. Something moves behind you. Two eyes catch the last of the sun, low to the ground, locked on you. A lion twice the size of anything alive today, 700 pounds of muscle and claws, and it isn't blinking. You have no gun, no spear, not even claws sharp enough to matter. Your teeth are flat. Your nails are useless. You can't outrun it, you can't outclimb it, and you definitely can't fight it. So how are you even here to hear this story? For most of human history, we weren't the predator, we were the prey. So how did a slow, clawless animal with terrible night vision survive millions of years surrounded by things built to kill it? It did survive. Every single one of those predators didn't. Here's how that happened. Start with proof we were on the menu. In 1924, a scientist named Raymond Dart examined a small skull found in South Africa. It belonged to a child, an early human ancestor barely 3 years old. Two puncture holes ran straight through the eye sockets, spaced exactly like the canine teeth of a leopard. That child wasn't an accident. That child was dinner. And leopards weren't even the scariest thing out there. Smilodon fatalis, the saber-tooth cat, carried 11-inch canines on a 600-pound frame built like a tank. It didn't chase. It hid in grass near water and exploded out at 30 miles an hour, aiming straight for the throat. The short-faced bear stood 12 feet tall, weighed a ton, and unlike modern bears that snack on berries and fish, it ate meat only, and it could run 40 miles an hour doing it. Cave hyenas hunted in packs of 20, at night, with a bite strong enough to crack bone for the marrow inside. Add cave lions a quarter bigger than the ones in Africa today, dire wolves running in packs of 30, and you get the picture. Everywhere our ancestors went, something was hunting them back, and we had nothing built in to survive it. Even a chimpanzee, 3 times stronger than we are, with real fangs, and the ability to climb 30 feet in seconds, still gets killed by leopards. We were slower, weaker, night blind, and loud, because babies scream and can't walk for a year. We couldn't catch a predator's scent from any real distance, and our hearing barely matches an average dog's. By every biological measure, we should have vanished 100,000 years ago. Instead, look around. Every predator on that list is extinct. We're the ones still telling the story. The first real weapon wasn't a weapon at all. It was fire. In Wonderwork Cave, South Africa, archaeologists found burned bone and ash layers dating back roughly 1 million years, among the earliest solid evidence of controlled fire anywhere on Earth. A campfire creates an invisible fence about 30 feet wide. Predators won't cross it. It's wired into them so deep that lions in Africa still avoid fire today. Fire gave our ancestors light in the dark, warmth their bare skin couldn't manage on its own, and something even bigger: time. Before fire, sunset meant finding cover and freezing in place until morning. After fire, there were 3 or 4 extra hours every night to make tools, plan, and talk. And fire let them cook, and cooked food carries more calories and takes less energy to digest, which meant bodies could finally afford to grow something expensive: a bigger brain. Fire alone wasn't enough. The second weapon was endurance. Humans are miserable sprinters. A saber-tooth could hit 30 miles an hour inside 3 seconds. We top out around 18, and only for a few seconds. But no predator on that list could do what we could: run for hours. Our skin carries roughly 5 million sweat glands, spread almost everywhere, built specifically for shedding heat while moving. It's called persistence hunting. You don't sprint after an animal, you jog behind it, just fast enough that it can never fully rest. It bolts, stops, overheats, bolts again, hour after hour, and it can't sweat the way we do, so it can't cool down while moving. Eventually, it collapses from heat alone, and you walk up and finish it with a rock. As far as we know, we're the only species on Earth built to hunt exactly like that, and it flipped the entire relationship with every predator around us. The last weapon wasn't physical at all. In 2001, archaeologists working in Dmanisi, Georgia, uncovered a skull dating back roughly 1.8 million years. It belonged to someone who had lost every tooth years before they died. No teeth means no chewing meat, no processing raw food alone. Somebody was feeding this person, softening their food, keeping them alive with nothing to offer back. In Shanidar Cave, Iraq, a Neanderthal skeleton about 60,000 years old tells a similar story. A healed, broken arm, blindness in one eye, arthritis so bad he couldn't have hunted, and he still lived to around 40. His group carried him anyway. No predator does that. A lion with no teeth starves. A human with no teeth gets looked after. Groups didn't just hunt together on instinct like wolves. They planned. Drive the animal toward a cliff, wait below with spears, cut off every escape route, and throw a weapon no predator could dodge from 30 feet away. Around 400,000 years ago, in what's now Germany, people were already carving throwing spears balanced for exactly that kind of kill. Put it together and the pattern is obvious. Every threat forced a workaround. Couldn't outrun a bear, so they threw rocks from a distance. Couldn't outbite a hyena, so they surrounded it in numbers. Couldn't see in the dark like a cave lion, so they built fire and turned night into day. Around 50,000 years ago, people started spreading out of Africa into Europe, Asia, and eventually the Americas. And everywhere they went, the biggest predators started disappearing behind them. Saber-tooths, gone roughly 10,000 years ago. Cave lions, around 14,000. Short-faced bears, around 11,000. Scientists still argue over how much of that was us and how much was a changing climate, but the pattern holds on every continent we reached, at roughly the same pace, within a few thousand years of our arrival. Evolution handed every one of those animals a single advantage: speed, strength, size, teeth built for killing. It handed us something different: the ability to notice a weakness and build around it. That's the only reason you're not glancing over your shoulder in tall grass right now, checking the shadows out of habit. Not because the world got safer on its own, because 2 million years of people who got scared, adapted anyway, and told the next generation what they'd learned. So, would you have made it? Tell me honestly in the comments. If this kind of thing fascinates you, hit like. It actually helps more than you'd think. And subscribe if you want more of how people survive the things that should have killed them.